Let's jump right into this explainer. If you bank with Huntington, you literally have a money-moving powerhouse sitting right in your pocket. Today, we're unpacking exactly how to set up Zelle inside the Huntington Bank ecosystem, step by step, so you can start sending instant digital payments completely hassle-free.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You're tired of waiting for checks to finally clear, or you're stuck doing that awkward dance of splitting a dinner bill when literally no one has the right amount of cash. Well, imagine just effortlessly paying your babysitter or splitting that check right at the table, ensuring everybody gets paid instantly. That's the freedom we're talking about here.
And the coolest part right off the bat, Zelle brings all that speed and convenience straight to the banking app you already use. The money is typically there in minutes, it's totally free for consumer accounts, and there is absolutely no need to go download some clunky third-party app. It is built right into Huntington mobile banking, so your money stays safely behind your bank's own firewall. So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll cover Zelle and Huntington benefits, eligibility requirements, a step-by-step setup guide, how to send and receive money, security and scam prevention, and finally, some troubleshooting and expert tips.
All right, Section 1, Zelle and Huntington benefits, the power of fast payments. Let's look at why this is absolutely worth your time.
The main takeaways here are pretty simple. It's fast. Transfers between enrolled users happen in minutes. It's super easy, letting you send money to trusted contacts with just a couple of taps. And again, it's all right there in the app. No extra downloads required, which keeps everything nice and secure. Moving on to Section 2, eligibility and requirements. Who can actually use it? Let's make sure you're all set up to participate. Now, there's a really important distinction to make based on your account type. For consumer checking accounts, Zelle is completely free, and your sending limits are dynamic. Basically, they adjust based on your specific account history. But if you're using a small business checking account, it's a bit different. You'll pay a 50-cent fee for each transaction, whether you're sending or receiving, and you're capped at a fixed $5,000 daily limit. Also, you absolutely must have an eligible checking account. Unfortunately, savings and money market accounts just won't work here. You'll also need a valid U.S. mobile number or email address. And quick heads up, the network strictly prohibits landlines, Google Voice, or international numbers. Oh, and for the parents out there, if you want to set this up for a minor between 13 and 17, you'll actually need to visit a branch in person to set it up with an adult co-owner. All right, Section 3, Step-by-Step Setup Guide, your path to enrollment. It's so simple you can literally follow along on your phone right now. This enrollment process is incredibly smooth. First, just open up your Huntington mobile app. Second, tap that Pay and Transfer tab, or it might say Payments depending on your app version, and hit Zelle. Third, pick the U.S. mobile number or email you want to link. And fourth, just punch in the one-time verification code they send you to prove you own it. Accept the terms and boom, you're in.
Now, what if you're already using Zelle at another bank? Don't worry, the system makes switching over an absolute breeze. If you enroll in the Huntington app with a number or email tied to another bank, the app just automatically detects it and prompts you to switch it over. You literally just tap to confirm, and the system handles all the heavy lifting.
Let's look at Section 4, sending and receiving money, executing your transactions. Time to actually move some money. So getting paid is basically automatic. The funds just drop right into your account once you're enrolled. Sending, on the other hand, is a manual process. You'll hit send, choose your trusted contact, enter the amount, and a quick memo. But right here is the most crucial step. Carefully review the recipient's name before you hit send. Since the money moves instantly, you want to be 100% sure you're paying the right person. Let's say you use the request feature to ask a buddy to pay you back for lunch. If they have a consumer account and just ignore it, that request doesn't just sit there haunting your app forever. It actually expires automatically after exactly 15 days, which keeps things nice and clean. Which brings us to Section 5, Security and Scam Prevention, protecting your funds. This is absolutely critical stuff. I really cannot stress this enough. Zelle operates exactly like digital cash. That means there is zero purchase protection. If a transaction goes south or an item you bought isn't delivered or it's a dud, you do not have that safety net of a credit card chargeback. Once you hit send, that money is gone. So always stick to the rule of trust. Basically, only send money to people you actually know in real life. Do pay your babysitter, family members, or close friends. But please, don't use it to pay strangers on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. And listen, if someone ever calls you claiming to be your bank and tells you to send money to reverse fraud or verify your account, hang up the phone immediately. That is a scam. Always treat every single Zelle payment as final. Okay, Section 6, Troubleshooting and Expert Tips.
mastering the platform. Let's iron out a few common hiccups and look at some pro tips.
Here's a really interesting network feature you should know about. To prevent misdirected payments to old, recycled phone numbers, your account actually gets unenrolled from Zelle if you go 18 months without sending or receiving any money. If that happens to you, no big deal. You just open the app and quickly re-enroll. Now, I absolutely love this next expert tip. Use the Zelle QR codes. They're located right in your app's Zelle hub, and they are a lifesaver for splitting a bill in person. Instead of loudly spelling out your phone number in a crowded restaurant, you just let your friends scan your code, and the payment screen pops up instantly with 0 typos.
But what happens if you do make a mistake? Well, you can only cancel a pending transfer if the recipient hasn't actually enrolled in Zelle yet. If they're already in the system, the money's gone. If you realize you sent cash to the wrong person, you need to call Huntington customer support immediately at 888-251-4628. Seriously, call them right away to see what your options are. Again, that number is 888-251-4628.
Now, for a quick disclaimer, while we've covered the most current, accurate guidelines available from our source material today, you know how things go. Banking policies and limits can totally change over time. This explainer is strictly for informational purposes, so always verify the latest specific details directly with Huntington Bank or Zelle. Well, you now have the complete blueprint. You've got the know-how to set up your account, the awareness to navigate the security features, and the confidence to handle your digital payments completely flawlessly. That really just leaves you with one fun question to answer. Now that you're fully empowered with Zelle, who are you going to split your next great adventure with? Thanks for checking out this explainer, and safe sending.